The film opens with young Juniper, aka Junebug, on her birthday, making several wishes for her future and placing them in a wish box gifted by her parents. Now grown, Juniper is awoken by her alarm and gets ready for the day. She heads to the cafe to pick up her usual coffee, but her order is switched with a stranger's. Micah, who works at the cafe, quickly corrects the mix-up, and Juniper wishes the man luck before heading out with her coffee. At work, her boss, Paula, assigns her to hire a new illustrator. Although this isn't Juniper's role as an editor, Paula insists that she has the best eye in the company. Later, Juniper's parents, Tom and May, visit to give her the wish box they found while cleaning for her upcoming 40th birthday. Although Juniper doubts it will help her, they insist it's a way to reconnect with her childhood dreams. However, she ushers them out, claiming she has too much work to do. Juniper goes on a date with her boyfriend, Ethan, but there's no real connection. He rambles about work and tells her his gift for her birthday is a pen. She tries to share something about her writing, but his attention is elsewhere. Later, she updates her best friend Kate, who is equally surprised by the gift. They have a movie night, and Juniper wishes for a guy who can serenade her. Later that night, Juniper opens the wish box and experiences a mix of emotions as she reads her childhood wishes. Just as she's about to sleep, something magical happens. Little Junebug appears, jumping on her bed. Juniper thinks she's losing her mind but soon realizes it's real when Junebug explains her life story. Junebug insists she's there to help, but Juniper demands she leave. Angrily, Junebug vanishes, leaving Juniper to wonder if it was all just a dream. The next morning, Juniper is shocked to see Junebug again, convinced she's having a breakdown. Junebug urges her to spice up her outfit for work. In order to confirm she hasn't lost her mind, Juniper calls Kate over, but it turns out no one else can see Junebug, since she's a younger version of Juniper. Once again, Junebug disappears, leaving Juniper even more confused. On her drive to work, Juniper is startled when Junebug pops up in the back seat. Junebug is disappointed to learn Juniper isn't a writer, but an editor instead. Though Juniper tries to explain adult life is different, she ends up speaking to an empty car. After grabbing her usual coffee, she's distracted by Junebug, who rushes toward a mural and makes her accidentally topple the paint over it, ruining the artwork. To her horror, the artist is the same man whose coffee she swapped the day before, and she apologizes profusely. He dismisses her apology, saying the mural wasn't right anyway. To make it up to him, Juniper mentions the illustrator position at her company, but he declines. At the office, her coworker Kylie reveals that the muralist is Alex Ripley. A top artist, his second exhibition was savaged by critics, and he hasn't signed any work since. When Juniper suggests Alex for the illustrator role, Paula dismisses the idea because his large-scale murals don't fit into the illustration. Just then, Junebug appears and pushes Juniper to keep trying with Paula. After blurting out her feelings about Alex being the right illustrator, Paula apologizes for dismissing her and wishes her luck with Alex, who, of course, doesn't want the job. Later, at her parents' house, Juniper wonders if they sent the box to send her a message, but they insist it was just because it was cute. When they suggest she finish the novel she started as a kid, Juniper shuts them down. Juniper acknowledges that her parents don't like the direction her life has taken, but feels everyone doesn't get to choose their career. After setting the table, she finds Junebug curled up on the couch she used to read on as a child, which warms her heart. The next day, Juniper visits Alex while he's painting his mural and gets a confidence boost from Junebug. She offers him the illustrator position again, but he insists on sticking to murals. When Juniper asks if he signs his paintings, he reveals he doesn't because he believes it lets people create false narratives. Feeling defeated, Juniper starts to leave but is stopped by Junebug, who forces her to go back and try again. This time, Juniper blurts out her feelings, insisting that children's books are the foundation of imagination and that Alex's artwork would be perfect for them. Her passion gets through to him, and he agrees to give her an hour to hear her pitch. They head to the kids section of the library, where Juniper shows Alex award-winning books her company has published. However, he asks to see the book that inspired her instead. With Junebug's help, she picks her childhood favorite, The Princess and the Werewolf. Alex's face lights up upon seeing it, and Juniper urges him to imagine the smiles his art could bring to children. Finally, Alex agrees to an official meeting. As they walk, Alex asks Juniper how the book inspired her as a child. Juniper admits she wanted to be a writer but now feels her childhood dreams don't matter, because being an adult is different. Alex disagrees, noticing her eyes light up when she talks about writing. He urges her to share her childhood ideas with him, saying they see the same potential. He introduces himself, giving her his number on a piece of paper with a pencil drawing of a little girl. Later, Juniper finds the box containing the stories Junebug wrote and has an emotional moment going through them with her. The next morning, Junebug taunts her about her dull relationship with Ethan. To prove her wrong, Juniper calls Ethan, asking him to bring a new pasta for their weekly pasta night. But when he shows up with their usual dish, Juniper is fed up. She suggests they have a talk and asks him about their future plans. It turns out Ethan has no plans for the future and is simply enjoying their time together. Juniper admits she doesn't want to regret her decisions and feels they're not meant to be, ending their 3-year relationship. The next morning, Kate visits with her twin girls, and Juniper opens up about the breakup, making Kate comfort her. Kate teases her about her excitement over the illustrator, and Juniper hugs her, thanking her for always being there since childhood. The next day, Alex meets Juniper at the cafe and pulls her along to help him paint. As they work, Juniper admits it's fun, sharing that she hasn't done anything like it since childhood. She asks why he's in Seattle instead of bigger cities, and Alex explains he feels a connection to his inner child since it's where he grew up. Juniper confesses she lost that connection years ago and regrets her unfinished stories. Alex encourages her, saying she can always finish them and will only work with her if she's the one writing. After an emotional moment with Junebug, who waves at her, Juniper agrees to call Alex for a meeting. Later that night, Juniper faces writer's block and worries she'll disappoint him. The next morning, Alex, feeling anxious, tries to leave, but Juniper stops him, assuring him they're in it together. She confesses she hasn't written anything and he might need to be paired with a real writer, but Alex insists she'll be the one to write. Inside, Paula is impressed by Alex's portfolio, and Juniper admits she put it together from his online works, which pleasantly surprises him. Paula mentions Alex will be paired with a writer, but he insists Juniper will be his writer. This surprises Paula since Juniper is an editor, but Alex explains it's Juniper's passion that drew him in, assuring Paula she's a great writer. Although they don't have a story to present yet, Paula expects one soon and ends the meeting. After the meeting, Juniper and Alex walk down the road, and Juniper is anxious about her writing, fearing she'll fail and get fired. Alex interrupts her dramatic spiral, reassuring her everything will be fine. They share an intense moment, locking eyes after Juniper learns they love the same music artist. Eventually, they break the tension, set a date for their next meeting, and go their separate ways. Later, Juniper visits her parents with groceries, and they're surprised since she rarely has time to visit. She shares she's writing a storybook for the agency, and they're thrilled. Juniper happily tells them about Alex, and they suggest throwing a small birthday party. May and Tony are shocked when she agrees, and also reveals she broke up with Ethan. Later at the cafe, Alex and Juniper discuss the storyline, and Juniper suggests the heroine should be the little girl he drew on the paper with his number. She tells Alex he'll have to sign the work, and he agrees, happy to be working with her. In the heat of the moment, they lock their lips in a kiss, but Micah interrupts with their coffee. Back home, Juniper emails the story outline to Paula, who gives her the green light, praising the story and Alex's sketches. Juniper is thrilled, and Junebug chuckles from the stairs. Juniper wonders why Junebug has been quiet lately, realizing it's because she no longer needs her. The next morning, Juniper admits to Kate that she's happy writing again, but feels stuck. Kate, with the twins, feels the same. Suddenly, Juniper has an idea and rushes to make a call. Juniper heads to the cafe looking for Alex, but Micah says he's out getting art supplies. She decides to grab a coffee for him and waits near his mural. When Alex arrives, he's surprised to see her with the coffee and hands her the hard copy of his finished drawings. Juniper suggests a road trip, saying she needs a break from writing. They drive out to the shore, and Juniper admits walking in the open feels refreshing. She shares that a friend helped her reconnect with her childhood passion, reminding her that writing can be fun. Alex opens up about his second gallery show, where the harsh criticism crushed his passion for painting. Later, while walking through town, Alex gets a message from his old art dealer, who tells him the Venice Biennial is interested in his work, but Alex isn't interested. Shocked, Juniper asks why he'd pass up the opportunity, and Alex explains he's no longer connected to those paintings and feels it would be false to sign on to them. Juniper thinks turning it down means Alex is rejecting his past, but he tells her he'll only accept if she comes with him. Later, while eating ice cream on the road, they both share that they'd love to live in the town someday. At the same time, they really do have a strong connection. Junebug urges Juniper to check out a boutique. Inside, the owner, Rox, picks out the perfect dress and jewelry for Juniper, leaving Alex stunned by how beautiful she looks. He insists Rox do the same for him, saying they're definitely going on a dinner date, making Juniper smile warmly. During their dinner date, Juniper admits she hasn't felt this good in a long time and reveals Junebug as the title of their book, and Alex thinks it's perfect. He shares that he's never stayed in one city for long, but feels that chapter of his life is ending because of her. This makes Juniper blush as they share a lingering gaze. Back in the city, Alex reflects on how fun the mini vacation was, then leans in for a passionate kiss. He invites her to see the final mural the next day, and she agrees. Later, Juniper sends the completed book to Paula, feeling relieved and happy with her life again. The next day, Juniper runs into Ethan, who thanks her for realizing the breakup was what they both needed, making Juniper smile warmly. Later, she goes to see Alex's finished mural, but he stops her, closing her eyes and leading her to the wall. When she opens them, she's awed by a beautiful mural of Junebug. Alex explains it's his vision of her as a child at the beach. Juniper smiles, admitting her 8-year-old self approves of him. In the heat of the moment, they share a sweet kiss. Juniper mentions Paula wants a meeting later, and Alex agrees, but he leans in for another kiss, unable to get enough of her. At the office, Paula delivers bad news, saying they can't publish the book because it's too ambitious for the agency. While she compliments Alex's sketches, she insists he should focus on painting, not illustration. Alex, feeling like his past is reenacting, leaves to clear his head, leaving Juniper feeling sad. Junebug urges Juniper to go after him, but when she snaps at her, Junebug angrily disappears. At home, Juniper confides in Kate that her dreams feel gone, but Kate reassures her, urging her not to give up. Later that night, Juniper writes a wish for Junebug to return and places it in the box. The next day at the cafe, Micah hints that Alex is working on a new mural across town, and Juniper orders a different coffee for the first time. Back at work, she falls into her old routine, but gains the courage to quit when she's reminded of meetings. She realizes she's had a taste of what her life could be and knows she can't go back. She wants the chance to publish her first book. Just then, Junebug appears, excited about Juniper's decision. Juniper thanks her for coming back, leaving Paula and her colleague Rob confused as they watch her talk to thin air. Juniper thanks Paula for everything and takes the big step out of the agency, embracing her freedom. Later, she heads to the new spot where Alex is working on his mural, holding a boombox over her head. Alex is surprised to see her, and she tells him she's quit her job. She tells Alex she won't let the rejection stop her, insisting they can find another publisher, or even self-publish. She confesses she wants to bring Junebug into the world with him, and can't bear to lose him. With newfound joy and passion, Alex leans down and seals their moment with a perfect, passionate kiss. On Juniper's birthday, her dreams come true, seeing as copies of Junebug are published, with both her name and Alex's on the cover. During a small dinner, Juniper toasts everyone, expressing that birthdays remind them of their blessings. They all cheer, joy lighting their faces. While dancing, Juniper asks Alex what the K in his name stands for, and he reveals it's night, making her smile. They share a passionate kiss under the night sky, perfect in each other's arms. She's fulfilled her dream and found her knight after all.